guys, so we're gonna start at the top of the mat today, coming into your Tadasana, bringing your big toes together, touching, ground down through the ball mounds of your big toes, but then sort of feel all four corners of your feet grounded down firmly. Pull up through the center of the top of your head, pull your shoulders up to your ears, and pull your shoulder blades onto your back. Close your eyes, rotating your palms out away from you. You're gonna seal the lips here and start taking deep inhales in through the nose and exhales out through the nose. That Ujjayi breath, the breath of victory. And use your breath here as a tool to kind of bring you back to this present moment awareness. Just know that as long as you're on the mat for this practice, this is your space, your time. Good, and now just begin to open your eyes. We're gonna rotate the palms out away from you. Inhale, sweep your arms up. As you exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. Release your hands down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands back down to your heart center. One more time, release your hands. Inhale, sweep your arms up, palms together. Exhale, bring your hands back down to heart center. Keep them there. Just take a few rotations with your neck. And start going one way. And then just move the opposite direction. Good, and then just bring your head back center. Release your hands down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Let your head hang. Maybe just walk your knees out a little bit. Staying with your breath. Bend your knees here as much as you need to get the rib cage to the thighs, the fingertips touching the ground. And now just bring your knees back center. Let your head hang, your belly relax. Stay with that breath. Keeping in mind that we come to our yoga practice to open up the parts of us that have been stuck. That's all, there's nothing more to it. And now you're gonna bend your knees, tuck your chin, round your back. Inhale, roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And once you're up, just rotate your palms out away from you. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, lift halfway up, look forward. As you exhale, we're just gonna step back with our right foot, then our left foot. Come into that plank. Lower your knees down, send your hips back. Come into child's pose and breathe. Nice deep breaths. And now just inhale, come back up onto your hands and knees. We're gonna shift our weight to the side and kind of bring our hips back to the right. And then inhale, come back up. Exhale, shift your hips to the left. Bring your hips back and down to the left. Inhale, lift back up. Shift your hips to the right. Send your hips back and down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, shift your weight to the left. Send your hips back. Inhale, come back up. And as you exhale, stay on your hands and knees. Place the palms flat. Walk the knees about hip distance apart. Inhale, lift the chin and chest. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, lift the chin and chest. Exhale, round out the back. Inhale, lift the chin and chest. Exhale, round out the back. Come back to that neutral tabletop position. Keep the big toes together, touching. Walk the knees wider than the hips and just send your hips back, child's pose, and breathe. So we're a little bit deeper in the hips now in our child's pose here, but always go as deep as you can go for you. So when we open up the hips, We open up the energy centers of the body that are responsible for our creativity. We start to activate the reproductive organs, keeping them healthy. Good, and now just lift your hips up. You're gonna walk the knees back together. We're gonna do a little stretch of the wrist here, so go ahead and just turn your fingertips in towards you. We're gonna bring the pinky fingers together, touching. Now this might be enough of a stretch for you, and if it is, just stay right here. But then from here, just work to bend the elbows. Stretch the wrists out. Breathe. Good, and then just straighten the elbows back out. One more time, if it's available for you, go ahead and bend the elbows back down. And stretch the elbows back out. Turn your fingers back forward, and then we're gonna come onto the backs of the hands now. So be careful with your wrists. You wanna bring your thumbs together, touching. And then from here, we're gonna keep the elbows straight. Again, this might be enough of a stretch for you, and if it is, stay here. Otherwise, just send the hips back. Try to keep your wrists flat onto your mat, so try not to let them lift. Staying with your breath. And now inhale, just come back up, rotate the palms back down. Walk your hands out slightly in front of you. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, come into that downward facing dog. So press down through the palms of your hands, spread your fingers wide, rotate the sit bones up towards the ceiling, and just let your head hang. Maybe you want to move your head from side to side. And bring your head back center, just walk your heels out one at a time. Good, and now just lower the heels back down. Take another deep inhale in. As you exhale, you're gonna bend your knees, look forward, just walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the heart. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, lift your head, then your chest. Sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, just send your hips back and down. We won't be here long. Coming into this chair squat, lift all 10 toes up off the earth. Take another deep inhale in. Exhale, fold forward. Let the rib cage hit the thighs and then straighten your legs. Inhale, lift and lengthen through your heart. As you exhale, just fold back down. Grab opposite elbow with opposite hand behind your legs, hugging your legs in towards you. Keep rotating the sit bones up towards the ceiling. Relax the belly, relax the head. Breathe. If the belly has started to tighten, relax. We hold a lot of tension in the belly, so we can let go of that for this practice. And now just release the hands, let your arms hang loose, bend your knees, tuck your chin, round your back, and inhale, roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Good. Once you're up, just rotate your palms out away from you. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, flat back, arms extended, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen through your heart. As you exhale, we're gonna step back with the left foot now. Then the right foot, come into plank. You're gonna shift your heart forward, lower no lower than the elbows, chaturanga. Flip the toes, inhale, upward dog. Keep the knees up off the earth, lift the chin. Exhale, lower your knees down, send your hips back. Come into child's pose and breathe. Good, and now just inhale, lift the hips, tuck the toes under, come into that downward facing dog. From here, we're just gonna lift that right leg up nice and easy. Exhale, right foot between your hands and lower that back knee down. From here, we're gonna place the left hand flat inside the arch of the right foot. Inhale, sweep that right arm up. Feel free to let that right knee drop open to the side. Further opening up the hips. If the knees drop down, go ahead and lift the right knee up, lower right hand down. Tuck your back toes under, lift that back knee up, step right back, downward facing dog. Come back to the breath. This time, inhale, lift that left leg up. Exhale, we're gonna step left foot between your hands, lower your back knee down. From here, just plant that right hand inside the arch of your left foot. Inhale, sweep that left arm straight up. Feel free to let that left knee drop open to the side. Breathe. If your knee is dropped down, lift that knee back up. Lower your left hand down. Tuck your back toes under, lift that back knee up. Step back, downward facing dog. Take another deep inhale in. Exhale, bend your knees, lower your knees down. Walk your hands out in front of you. So you're gonna keep the hips where they are. Just walk the hands out, rest your forehead down, rotate your sit bones up towards the ceiling. Come into your puppy pose. So if the forehead is rested down and this is easy for you, feel free to walk your hands out a little bit further, maybe making your way onto your chest. Nice deep stretch through the shoulders. And now go ahead and lift your chest up, walk your hands back up underneath of you, tuck your toes under, lift your knees up, come back, downward facing dog. Inhale, we're gonna lift that right leg straight up. Exhale, right foot between your hands, stay high on your back toes. Inhale, come right up, crescent pose. Take another deep inhale in. Exhale, reach your hands out and down. Place your palms flat. From here, just begin to straighten the front leg. You can let the back heel drop down, coming into your pyramid pose. Relax the belly, relax the head. And inhale, just look forward. We're gonna bend the front knee as we lower the back knee down. Untuck the back toes, palms together touching. Inhale, sweep your arms up and back. Exhale, you're gonna take a prayer twist. So left elbow crosses over right knee. Bring your thumbs to your heart center. So anytime we do a spinal twist, we're really starting to wring out the digestive system, kind of acts as a massage for all of our internal organs. So we want to make sure we send the breath all the way to the upper belly. And if we feel like the thumbs are starting to drift towards the right shoulder, bring them back to heart center. And now just rotate your chest back forward. We're going to place the palms flat. Send the hips back. Turn your right toes up towards the ceiling and breathe. Inhale, come back forward. Exhale, right toes turn up towards the ceiling. Inhale, come back forward. Exhale, right toes turn up towards the ceiling. Hold here. Inhale, come back forward. From here, we're gonna walk this front foot over to our left side. We're gonna line it right up with the left hip. Keep walking that heel back in towards you for our cheating pigeon here. So my right heel is slanted down towards my left hip. So you can kind of take whatever variation of this posture you like. Feel free to hold right here. Maybe you wanna walk your hands out and fold out over your knee, resting your forehead down. And wherever you are, just enjoy the opening of these hips. And now just walk your hands back up. We're gonna tuck the back toes under, lift the hips, step back, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, left leg comes straight up. Exhale, step left foot between your hands. Stay high on your back toes. Inhale, come right up, crescent pose. Take another deep inhale in. Exhale, you're gonna reach out and down. Place your hands down, begin to straighten that front leg, pyramid pose. Now you only wanna straighten your front leg as much as you need to, because you don't want your hips to come out of alignment. So rotate the right hip down towards the center line, even if it means you need to bend that front knee. And now just look forward. We're gonna bend the front knee, lower back knee down, palms together touching. Inhale, sweep your arms up and back. Exhale, take a prayer twist. Bring your thumbs right to your heart center. Keep rotating your chest up towards the ceiling. Again, trying not to let the thumbs shift to the left shoulder. Pull them in towards heart center. Send the breath to the upper belly. And now just rotate your chest back forward, place your hands down. Keep them there, just send your hips back. Turn your left toes up towards the ceiling. Rotate the sit bones and chest up. Inhale, come back forward. Exhale, send your hips back, rotate toes up. Inhale, come back forward. Let the hips sink when you come forward. Exhale, rotate the toes up towards the ceiling. Hold here. And inhale, just come back up. We're gonna walk that left foot over to the right side of your mat and then bring that left heel in towards your right hip. Think about rotating the right hip down towards the center line, coming into this cheating pigeon, and then walking your hands all the way out in front of you, if that's available to you. Rest your forehead down. Again, it doesn't matter where you are. Maybe you didn't fold forward, doesn't matter. Remember that as we open up the spaces in our body and we allow life to move through these spaces, this is what helps reduce anxiety, depression, makes us feel more alert. We improve our focus and our concentration. And now from here, just go ahead and make your way back up. Tuck your back toes under, lift that back knee up. We're gonna step back, downward facing dog. Take another deep inhale in. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward. You have the option whether you wanna hop or step between your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen through your heart. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, lift your head, then your chest. Sweep your arms all the way up. As you exhale, just release your hands. We're gonna clasp your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Straighten your elbows, but keep the bottom rib cage pulled down and in towards you. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Maybe your arms lift up off your back. Feel that nice stretch in the shoulders. You want to make sure that you keep a slight bend in your elbow and you keep your palms together touching. This will keep you from hyperextending through the arms and elbows. And now from here, just look forward. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, release your hands. Arms down by your side. We're just gonna cross that right foot behind your left. You wanna think about bringing your pinky toes together, touching, and then rotating that right hip forward. Keep a slight bend in your back knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. We're gonna cross the wrists on the way down, hook the big toes with your index and middle finger. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the heart, and exhale, fold. Relax the belly, relax the head. Inhale, lift halfway up, look forward. Release your toes, bring your hands to your waist. Inhale, come all the way up, and exhale, just unwind here. We're gonna cross left behind right now. Bring your pinky toes together, touching, rotate that left hip forward. Arms by your sides. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Let your arms and wrists cross on the way down. Hook your big toes. Inhale, lift and lengthen through your heart. Exhale, fold back down. Let the elbows fall out to the side. Keep a slight bend in your back knee. So the more you let the head hang here, the more the spine will traction and lengthen. And our energy moves up and down our spine primarily, so this is so important to keep the spine open, to keep it long. Inhale, lift halfway up, look forward. Release your hands, place your hands on your waist, pull your elbows in. Inhale, come all the way up, and exhale, unwind. Just bring your hands back to heart center. Maybe give your neck a few rotations around. Maybe switch direction. And then just come back to heart center. Feel and hear your breath. Release your hands down by your sides. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen through your heart. As you exhale, you're going to step back with your right foot, then your left foot. Come into your plank. Lower the knees down. Walk your knees about hip distance apart and just begin to stand on your knees. Place your hands on your waist. Pull your elbows in. Send your hips forward. Let your head drop back. Stay lifted in the notch between your collarbones so that you stay up out of that lower back. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, release your hands. Just let your arms drape down by your sides. Rest your forehead down. Let the shoulder blades just fall open. Maybe you want to shift your weight, rock your hips from side to side a little bit. Good, and now just make your way back to the center. We'll just do a couple more standing postures before we make our way to the floor. Tuck your chin, round your back. Inhale, roll up slowly. One vertebrae at a time. Roll your shoulder blades onto your back. We're gonna step right out into plank. And then just send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes straight up. Exhale, right foot between your hands. Rotate that back foot down. Inhale, we're gonna come right up, warrior one. So make sure that that back heel is rotated down. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten that front leg. As you exhale, we're gonna wrap the left hand behind your back. Keep that right arm reaching out. Continue to reach it out as you send your right hip back and in towards you. Rest that right hand down. We're taking a wrapped Trikonasana, wrapped triangle pose here. Have the sensation that you're pulling that left shoulder up and back as you look out over your left shoulder. Keep lining your right rib cage up with your right thigh. Extend that left arm straight up. And now bring that left arm up and over your head. Reach through your fingertips. Keep rotating the chest up towards the ceiling and breathe. Good, and now just inhale, that left arm comes straight up. As you exhale, place that left hand down, place your right hand down, bend that front knee. We're just gonna step right back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes straight up. Exhale, left foot between your hands. Rotate the back foot down, come into warrior one. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten that front leg. As you exhale, we're gonna wrap that right arm behind your back. Find the crease of your left hip. Keep reaching that left arm out and down. Placing that left hand down, pulling that right shoulder onto your back. Looking out over that right shoulder. I should say pull the right shoulder blade onto your back. Now from here, just work on extending that right arm straight up. We're gonna send it over your head. Really reach through your right fingertips as you press to the outside edge of your back foot. And now inhale, that right arm comes straight up. Exhale, lower that right hand down, bend your front knee, step right back, downward facing dog. And take another deep inhale in. As you exhale, bend your knees. Look forward, either hop or step your feet behind your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen through your heart. Exhale, we're gonna drop the hips down. Come into your malasana. So bring your hands to your heart center. Gonna use the elbows to press your knees wide. Really come back to your breath now. It's easy to lose our breath as we move through the postures. But really the breath is the most important thing. Maybe you want to shift your weight from side to side here. That works. And now from here, you're just going to lower your hands down, and to the best of your ability, you're going to sit all the way down. So however you end up getting there, just extend your legs all the way out in front of you. Roll up onto the two bones you sit on. Release your hands. Keep that nice straight spine. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. So you want to keep that nice flat back. You're going to imagine that your stomach is going to hit your legs first, even if it doesn't. Lengthen the spine and then fold forward. So you're much better off lengthening the spine and barely hinging forward than you are rounding the spine trying to hinge forward. So keep that spine straight. The back will round if you come all the way down. It'll round just slightly. Breathe. Good, and now inhale, just come back up. And exhale here. You're gonna bend the right knee, place that right foot flat. You're gonna pull the right heel to the outside edge of your right glute and roll up onto the two bones that you sit on. So you have two options here. You can either just walk your hands forward and fold, or you can work on bringing that left foot in towards your right hip. So I am going to bring the left foot in towards the right hip here and hold. Breathe. Remember, you can keep that left leg extended. And now from here, if your left foot is folded in towards you, go ahead and place that left foot flat. Extend that left leg all the way out. Place that right foot flat. Extend that right leg all the way out. Starting to really open up the knees now. So go ahead and place your left foot flat. Send that left heel behind you, just to the outside edge of your left glute. Roll up onto the two bones you sit on. Again, we're working on finding that nice straight spine. You can either just begin to hinge forward here, or you can place your right foot flat and pull that right heel in towards your left hip. Remember that everybody gets the same thing out of every yoga posture. It's just that some people have to go deeper. And that's a little bit of a metaphor also. So stay with your breath. Allow the hips to open up, the knees, the ankles. And if you're folding, go ahead and inhale, come back up. As you exhale, if you have your right foot pulled in, release it. Extend that right leg back out. Extend the left leg all the way out. From here, just bring the soles of your feet together, touching. Interlace your fingers. Wrap your hands, your fingers around the tops of your feet. Pull your elbows in. Find that straight spine. Hinge from the hips, fold forward. Keep pulling the very center of the top of your head towards the wall in front of you. Inhale, come back up. And exhale here. We're gonna bring the knees back together, touching. Extend your legs all the way out in front of you. Make your way all the way down. And once you're down, place your palms flat onto the earth. We're just gonna extend the arms up and over your head, interlacing your fingers, and just really, really reach through the ball mounds of your big toes, all the way to the wall in front of your head. Create some tension. And now just release. From here, bring your arms back down by your sides. Place your feet flat. We're gonna keep our feet about hip distance apart here. Keep the palms flat. Inhale, lift your hips up. Come into this bridge pose. Exhale, lower the hips back down. Inhale, lift the hips up. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale, lower the hips back down. Inhale, lift the hips up. This time you're gonna walk your hands underneath of you if you can. Interlace your fingers, straighten your elbows. Breathe, hear your breath and feel your breath. And now just release your hands. You're gonna hug your knees in towards your chest. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, forehead towards your knees. Inhale, head and shoulders come back down. Exhale, forehead towards your knees. Inhale, your head and shoulders come back down. Exhale, forehead towards your knees. Inhale, your head and shoulders come back down. Release your legs, grab a hold of the outsides of your feet, come into your happy baby. So you want to make sure that your heels are lined right up with your knee. Pull your knees down to the outside edges of your rib cage. And then if it feels good, go ahead and take a few rocks from side to side. Good, make your way back to the center. If it's available for you, go ahead and extend both legs straight. Breathe, maybe dropping those legs wider. And if your legs are straight or if you're still in happy baby, it doesn't matter. Just bring your legs back together, touching once again. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, forehead to knees. Inhale, head and shoulders come back down. Exhale, forehead to knees. Inhale, your head and shoulders come back down. As you exhale, you're gonna place your palms flat, extend both legs straight up into the air, and then send your toes back behind your head, coming into your plow pose. So place your hands on your back, walk your elbows in. You wanna think about rotating the two bones you sit on up towards the ceiling. Relax the belly. Feel this stretch from the base of the skull all the way to the Achilles tendon. You can stay in your plow pose here if you'd like. Otherwise, keep your legs straight. We're gonna lift both legs straight up into the air. You wanna think about sending your hips towards you, pulling your heels out away from you. And then from here, just keep your legs straight, keep your hips lifted. Lower your toes back down behind your head. And your toes might not be anywhere near the floor. It doesn't matter. Just keep lowering towards the floor. The goal is always just to move in the direction of the posture. Now with your legs straight, if you can go a little deeper here, go ahead and bend your knees. Drop your knees down on either side of your ears. Feel free to wrap your arms around the backs of your legs. Nice deep breaths. And now just release your hands. You're going to use your hands like brakes. Bring your legs back together, touching. Roll your hips down, one vertebrae at a time. And once you're down, just bend your knees, place your feet flat. Bring the soles of your feet together, touching, and drop your knees open. Coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. So from here, just place your left hand on your heart, your right hand just above your belly button. One of my favorite postures. Feel the breath draw all the way to that right hand. And now from here, just bring your knees back together, touching. Extend your arms out shoulder level high. So we're gonna drop the knees over to your left side. as you turn your head to the right. Now you have the option here of picking that left foot up and placing it on top of your right knee. We're in another spinal twist here, so take the breath to the upper belly. If your left foot is placed on top of your right knee, just slide that foot off, lift both knees back up, readjust, lower your knees to your right as you turn your head to the left. Once again, you have the option of placing that right foot on top of your left knee. Breathe. And now just release if your right foot is on top of your left knee. Lift your knees back up. Bring your arms down by your sides. Extend your legs all the way out in front of you. Bring your big toes together, touching, and then just let your feet hang open to the side. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes. Seal your lips. Retake. Go ahead and separate your lips and your teeth. Pull the tongue away from the back of your teeth. It's time now to let go of any of the tension you might be holding in your body. Let go of the breath. We've now opened up the body. We've allowed life to move through it. And now as we lay in our Shavasana, our rest posture, we just get to reap the benefits of all of our movement and breath work. We get to let go. We get to let life. We get to let God. So just trust me, trust the camera. Give yourself these precious moments to just exist. We won't be here for very long. From here, just take a deep inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale, sweep your arms over your head. Let your arms rest behind you. Once again, exhale all the air out. Let your arms be heavy. Let your whole body feel heavy. And now it's up to you how you want to get there. We're going to make our way up into a comfortable seated position. Try to keep your eyes closed and come up with as few movements as possible. Coming all the way up, crossing your legs into a comfortable seated position. Palms facing down on top of your knees. Nice straight spine. With your eyes closed, you want to bring that gaze to the very center of your forehead. And now just bring your hands together at your heart center in Anjali Mudra. Take a moment to give gratitude to yourself for stepping to the mat today. Because as you begin to make the changes that are so needed in your body, in all of our bodies, as we begin to open up space, we start to heal. And as we heal ourselves, we heal the whole world. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and namaste.